one woman's story, made public for the first time.
I am amazed at Iyanla Vanzant.
Tonight we're talking about the courage that it takes to come forward.
My husband promised to take the children and leave me with nothing.
Women particularly make this mistake over and over again with relationships.
I grew up believing that people who loved me treated me bad. In and out of relationships with men who beat me.
There remains within us a child who's in a constant search for attention.
My husband, he was the prize, which made me want him even more. I stayed for 9 years in a physically abusive marriage.
Iyanla Vanzant is known for empowering others.
And the queen of tough love, Iyanla Vanzant.
All of you, shut up! I'm sick and tired of it!
Iyanla, I've been through hell.
Now say it with your heart, not your head.
What the world is about to see is so enormous.
Red flags.
I would have never considered myself a woman who would put a man before her children.
He has done it every time.
He's trying to kill me. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. Grandma always left us with strict instructions not to open the door for anyone. When Grandma came home, she was hardly in the door before I jumped up and shoved the papers into her hands. How did you get these papers from Mr. Fletcher? I opened the door, but I didn't let him in. I explained everything just as it happened, but it didn't help. As soon as I spoke the last word, a hand came down right across my face.
And she beat me with an ironing cord. And I had welts on my back, and she didn't attend to that. And so my undershirt stuck to my back, and it got infected. When my stepmother came to take me school shopping so I could go to kindergarten, she pulled the shirt off my back and pulled all the skin off my back. So I grew up believing that people who loved me treated me bad.
I had a husband that beat me almost every day. It was a backhand across my face in the street, Easter Sunday. I was on my way to my mother's house. I went to the hospital, but because I was 7 months pregnant, they couldn't give me the anesthesia required to wire my jaw. They taped my face up so that it would heal. And the doctor, after everybody left the room, he closed the curtain. He said, I worked 72 hours straight. He said, here is the key to my apartment. I've got a bed and a sofa. He said, don't go back there. Don't go back there. Go to my apartment. I denied the abuse and I went back home. 9 years I stayed in the marriage. Our lives would continue as if nothing had happened. As soon as I heard his key in the door, I braced myself. He started toward me. I tried to duck past him out of the narrow kitchen. He snatched my hair and pulled me toward him at the same time. Nothing. You are nothing. I could see the children standing in the doorway of their room. When the first blow hit me in the face, I went down. The next thing I knew, he was on top of me, choking me. My ears were ringing. I could see dark spots intermingled with bursts of light. He's trying to kill me. He's going to kill me. As these thoughts passed through my fading consciousness, a miracle occurred. He started wheezing and fell limp. My second husband suffered from asthma. I gathered up my 3 children and hurried them into their bedroom, where I barricaded the door. We all piled on the bed and cried. I guess they were crying for me. I would have never considered myself a woman who would put a man before her children, but that is exactly what I had become. What the heck was I thinking?
A week after, I came back here and I changed the lock on the door while my husband was at work and got my kids from the daycare center and came in. I laid on the floor by the door so I could hear him coming up the stairs. And he came up the stairs, and what he did was he put the key in and pushed the door. And the only thing between me and him was the chain. He started kicking the door. I went in the kitchen and I got a knife. And through the chain, I'm just hacking. Because I knew if he got in that house, it was going to be my life or his life. And I always tell a story about coming down here with my 3 kids and 4 bags. One for each of the kids and one for me, and walking down there and around the corner to the train station with no money. I didn't have a dime in my pocket. I started paying attention. I started taking copious notes to my own behavior because I had a choice. I could either blame them and be upset with all of them or become accountable and responsible. They taught me to do the wrong things, but I voluntarily continued to do it. If I'm continuing to do the things that they taught me, and my spirit is saying, that ain't right. That's all right. You know better.
You know better.
So I had to start paying close attention to what I was doing based on what I had been taught. My God. The enemy is in me. The enemy is in me.
Yeah, it's where the real battle
That's
is.
where the real battle is. That is where the crux and the core of trust comes in. Those 2 parts of us. The part of us that would rather stay broke and miserable, complaining.
The most difficult choice I've had to make to fulfill my destiny is
to say no to my family patterns.
Because I've been hurt. I've been abused. I've been lonely. I've been sad. But I've learned not to focus on that because I've also been loved. Too many of us are brilliant and genius and creative, and we are wasting our time with things and people that diminish and deny us.
Following my intuition and facing the unknown. I'm not gonna face the unknown because I can't control the unknown. I can control the familiar. I can control what I know. I'ma trust that even if I'm miserable, I'ma trust it rather than opening myself to a greater, grander possibility.